Hey, my name is Arthur Gaubert. I'm a business student at Lassen Community College, and today we're going to be talking about feedback. Everyone has received feedback before, and I'm sure you can remember one that made you angry and one that was useful, reasonable, and made you improve in a certain area of your life. Our book material has a very rich resource of how to better deliver and receive feedback. My theory is that learning how to better use feedback and better receive feedback will improve your relationships at work and at your personal life. Today we will be covering difference between direct and indirect feedback, understanding internal and external feedback, and the different forms to subtract it from the clients. Direct and indirect feedback. What are the differences? In indirect feedback is when the receiver is not the one delivering the feedback. It is a good response and overall feel for the customer experience and have a tendency of coming in much more naturally. For example, when a person accesses your web page, how long they stay in it and what they click on is a form of indirect feedback. You may receive comments, emails, or information from individuals within your organization about what they heard from clients. That's a form of indirect feedback as well. Direct feedback, meanwhile, is much more accurate and reliable since it comes straight from the receiver. Often, as a response you have to subtract from the customer with satisfaction surveys, emails, and things of that nature. Direct feedbacks can be verbal or non-verbal. It may involve signs, symbols, words, sounds that might leave you up to interpretation. An example is when customers leave comments on your products or in articles of your company. Understanding internal and external feedback. Internal feedback is generated by the source in response to the message created from the source. What does that mean? It means it is a form of self-critique, but it also may involve evaluation from your team and your organization. It may involve reviewing a document before sending it out. As the author of that document, you have the responsibility to ensure your content is clear, correct, concise, and ethical. As for external feedback, it involves a response from the receiver. The receiver can become the source of information themselves for future content and approach. Original content may be physical or virtual, and the responses will vary by each receiver. The different forms to subtract the feedback from the clients. The feedbacks most of the companies are looking for are direct and external feedbacks, basically coming straight from the receiver in their own words. There are many options for subtracting the feedback. Interviews are one of the options. It's a more personal option and is good for asking open questions and hearing the answers from the clients. Surveys are faster and more practical. The answers will come in the form of percentage. Focus groups are gathering small groups that hold the same characteristics from the target clients and hearing their thoughts out. All of these are done for different reasons and looking for different outcomes. So today we have learned about the difference between direct and indirect feedback, understanding internal and external feedback, and the different forms we can subtract the feedback from the clients. So now that we learned a lot more about feedback, we can understand how to better use it in business and how to better our communication with customers and colleagues and have a better career.